The most important thing in my kitchen is this frying pan. No, this is not a cooking video. Stainless steel, it's scratched as hell, but I'm convinced this pan is the reason I'm still in great shape in my 30s. Not my training, not some special protocol, not my discipline, just the pan. Just stay with me. I know this sounds stupid. Back when I was competing in a men's physique, I trained about 5 days a week, 2.5 hours each day. And I was chasing the optimal program, the optimal supplements, just trying to optimize everything. I felt that if I wasn't constantly optimizing, that I'd be losing out somehow. But here's the part that nobody in the fitness industry really talks about. It was that optimizing was just a tax that I paid to feel like I was doing something productive. The fact of the matter is, I could have stuck with the same program and my results would probably turned out, pretty similar. So let's talk about the metaphorical pan. 3 reasons why I love it. Number 1, it's durable. This thing will last forever. It'll literally outlast me. Number 2, it's simple. The way you use it, just heat, oil, and you can literally cook anything. 3, it's extremely low maintenance, which means it's repeatable. I just quickly wash it, rinse it, or throw it in the dishwasher. There's no special oils or special sponge we use, and you don't need to replace it every 2 or 3 months. And I can repeatedly use this pan every single day. Before someone comments, "Oh, this is a video about a non-stick pan being toxic for you." No, I genuinely don't care what pan you use. The point is, this is the pan that I'll still be reaching for in 40 years. Because that right there is the only question that's ever actually mattered in fitness. Not is this the best program, but is this a program that I'll still be doing in 40 years? Because your program is the pan, your diet is the pan, your cardio regimen is the pan. And everyone's out here shopping for the fanciest one when they should be shopping for the one that they'll never put down. You could train like Chris Bumstead, and yeah, if you did exactly as he did, you probably look like him. But Chris Bumstead's training program is worthless to you if your lifestyle can't sustain it. A simple program that you can do consistently beats a perfect program that you can't every single time. Let me hammer this point home. Let's take protein. People ask me all the time, "Ken, should I drink a protein powder or a pre-made protein drink?" Well, whey isolate is arguably the cleaner option. It usually has better macros, it has less of the additives, less junk. But for myself, I usually grab a pre-made protein drink. Why, you may ask? Because it's simple. Pre-made protein drink just involves grabbing the drink, popping over the lid, downing it. Bam, that's the whole process. Protein powder, on the other hand, you gotta open the protein powder lid, you gotta dig for the scoop in the ocean of powder, you gotta carefully transfer the powder into your shaker bottle, making sure that you don't make a mess. And after you finish your shake, you have another cup to wash. And so the pre-made protein drink is the pan. It's the simpler option, and it's the option that I go for every single time because it's easy. Let's talk about my diet. So I don't use any apps, I don't weigh my food, I don't track my macros. I just create 3 buckets where I categorize all food. Proteins, fibrous carbs, basically fruits and vegetables, and staples. And my definition of staple is usually they're starchy carbs, so they're anything that forms the base of your meal, like rice, noodles, pasta, quinoa, oatmeal, that sort of stuff. But staples is also a catch-all category for any food that doesn't belong to the protein category or the fibrous carbs category. Let me give you an example. So I usually have lunch around 12, but on that particular day, I got home at 1. And I realized I had forgot to cook rice. I have no staple. I opened the fridge and I had chicken breast, I had tomato, I had some eggs, so I quickly did some stir-fried tomato eggs. And so I had my chicken, tomato, eggs, and I was like, well, what am I gonna do about this staple? And without thinking too much, I just remembered I had a tub of red bean ice cream in my freezer. So I opened the freezer, took out 3 scoops of red bean ice cream and plopped it on my plate right beside my chicken and my tomato egg. By having a catch-all category named staples, it allowed me to have ice cream with my chicken that day for lunch without making me feel like I failed my diet. If your diet system is chicken breast, broccoli, rice, then like a non-stick pan, you're bound to crash and burn no matter how disciplined you are. But if your diet system is durable by design, then even if you had days where you eat ice cream with your chicken, even though that's weird, but weird is better than failed. And that's the metaphorical stainless steel pan. durable. In my current training program, so now I train 60 to 90 minutes per session. I'll train 5 times a week. 4 days is strength, and one of the days is running. I'll basically do chest, back, leg, shoulders, and arms, and then the run will usually be a zone 2 run. Occasionally, I might do a faster run, like some threshold work or some speed work. Might be some small tweaks here and there, but that's basically it. And so the same stainless steel pan that I'll be cooking for in the next 10 years is the same program I'm going to be running well into my 40s. And here's the part a lot of people don't get. A lot of people call me disciplined, and honestly, discipline is the wrong word. There's a whole idea in James Clear's Atomic Habits that lasting change isn't goal-based, they're identity-based. You're not trying to hit a number, you're trying to become a type of person. And once you are that type of person, the choices mostly make themselves. So I'm out at a pub on Saturday night with my friends, we're watching FIFA, but I'm not saying to myself, don't drink, don't drink, don't drink. Beer just isn't who I am. And so naturally, I order the chicken rice bowl with a side of water without a second thought. That's the difference between a goal versus an identity. Goal is lose 10 pounds by summer, which expires the moment summer's over. Identity is being somebody who is fit for life. That doesn't have an expiry date. Now, some of you are already thinking it. Easy for you to say, you're a gym owner, it's literally your job. And yes, I'll admit it, I do have an unfair advantage. But that's exactly the point. I'm not telling you to train exactly how I do. I'm telling you to find your pan. The pan is your durable, simple, easy to use tool that you can use for the rest of your life. And it's the exact opposite of constantly optimizing and seeking perfection. And I know how this whole video sounds. There's an entire industry right now, guys with business empires, supercars, podcasts, telling you that you need to wake up at 4 a.m., take cold showers, take ice baths, bench 3 plates, run marathons, all when you barely have energy to go to the gym. I'm not that guy. All I'm saying is you need to find your pan. And I want to be really clear about something. If you're genuinely burnt out, depressed, drowning, finding your pan isn't going to fix anything. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that simplifying your program and finding something that's durable is the cure to your problems. So if that's where you're at, this video isn't for you today. And that's completely okay. Go talk to someone that can actually help you, and the pan will still be here in 6 months. And look, I'm not perfect. My mom brings me food that I'm not supposed to eat. I eat it. I'm not gonna make her feel bad about it. I have a life. I go to events, birthdays, weddings. Sometimes I'll have a drink. But this, I think, is the whole point, if there is one. And that is, you don't need the perfect program. You just need one that you'll still be running in the next 10 years. You don't need to be disciplined. You just need to become someone who doesn't have to decide. And you don't need a transformation. You just need one boring, repeatable program that you can repeat for 1,000 times. Because a steel pan isn't glamorous, it's boring, but it will outlast every single shiny non-stick pan that you'll throw away so that you can train for 40 years and not 4 weeks. Hey, listen to me. There is a version of you that is so sick and tired of starting over every single January. And this boring, repeatable, unglamorous version is how you finally stop starting over.